Welcome, episode 9, and it's the Argentine Tango with your favourite mole in the goal. It's the Dirt Locker, and we're looking ahead of England versus Argentina, Wednesday the 15th of July, 8 p.m. kick-off, and we're giving it a bit of a tango, not a problem. So welcome to episode 9 with your very own football baggins. We send the Vikings home, we send them packing. Keep off our lands, go find your own women, go find your own treasure. Not on Tuchel's watch, and certainly not on the number one Sandshaker's watch. But, as we reflect on it, carrying the rings, it's getting heavy, it's getting hard, but we nearly up that mountain. Samwise Gamgee's ate all the bread, Schmeigel's drank all the water, and now Tuchel Baggins is on his own, and the question is, has he and England got enough to get over the line and take us to the final to take on the return of the king? And that's Spain in a rematch of the recent Euro 2024 final, where sadly England were second best. But quickly, let's move on to our sponsors. It's the number one metal detector race in County Durham. It's the Dirt Locker. The number one sand shocker, the number one soil spoiler, the number one fossil shaker. We don't surf on the water, we surf on the beach. With OMF's only mint finds. Detect, inspect and reflect. Always. T's and C's apply. Well, I enjoyed that, a little bit of tango for us to get the show started. Thank you for joining us on our unofficial FIFA 2026 World Cup podcast, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Right, let's discuss some of the points I've got for today. So, as we know, tonight at 8 p.m, we take on our arch rivals, the old nemesis, it's Argentina. And I think the first choice Tuchel's got to make is, who does he put at right back? Does he stick with Consor at right back, Stones and Gooey at centre half, with O'Reilly at left back, or does he bring back in Reece James? Look, you've got to pick your best team for me. I didn't really enjoy the other night. I thought Stones looked a little bit shaky, so I'd be more inclined, or I'd be happier if you were to bring Consor back in. If Reece James is fit, let's get him back in at right back. But I've got a funny suspicion Tuchel thinks different to all of us, certainly thinks different to me. I think he'll stick with the same back four. I think he'll go John Stones and Mark Gouet in the centre. He'll go Consor right, and I think he'll go O'Reilly left. I've got a sneaky suspicion O'Reilly might score tonight. I don't know why. I've just got a sneaky suspicion he might get on the score sheet tonight. He'll probably be the first goal scorer I put on tonight, I think, providing he starts. But I think he will start. Saka or Madueke, that's probably his second decision he's got to make. Does he go with Saka now? I think this will tell you whether Saka's fit or not, because I think a fit Saka, you would definitely start with him. Madueke hasn't done a lot wrong. I just didn't think he played that well the other night, but I agree with what Tuchel says, that he does wear the other team down. He does a lot of running. He's always dangerous at getting behind the full back. I don't know, I've got a funny feeling again with this one. He might choose to stick rather than twist. It's worked for him so far in the tournament. How many times he started Madueke, then brought Saka on, and we keep winning. So again, I think he'll probably stick. But you'll get no favours tonight from the officials. I'll tell you that for nothing. And to be honest, I don't really fancy Argentina to score, as crazy as that sounds. I don't think they've played particularly well in this tournament. I think England's going to be the toughest opponent they face so far. And you know, there's Messi, they've got Alvarez, they've got Martinez who can come off the bench and go up front. But I could see a red card tonight. I honestly could see a red card. There's mistakes at the heart of that defence, certainly a red card from Martinez or Romero, or even going to the midfield, you know, Enzo Fernandez, he can be a bit naughty sometimes. There's definitely a red card in that Argentinian team. But look, we will get no favours tonight, and I suppose the next question is, how do you stop Messi? The reality is you can't. That's the reality. It's not stopping Messi, it's stopping him getting the ball. A bit like what I said in the last game against Norway, you need to stop the distribution to Haaland. It's the same with Messi. But Messi hasn't been the best player in the world because he can't get into games. He gets into games even when he's playing bad. or the team's playing bad, should I say, Messi will get into the game at some point. It's just how we deal with it when they have their strong moments. Me personally, like I say, I haven't been that impressed with Argentina. You know, I would expect our midfield to be able to control the middle with Messi, McAllister, and if he starts Enzo Fernandez, I would be comfortable that Rice, Bellingham, and Anderson can control that middle. And I think this is where the game will be won tonight. I think it'll be in the middle of the park, and I think we'll win that battle. So, listen, for me, we have to press from the first whistle all over the park. The other night, if you noticed against Norway, the pressing system wasn't working because they all weren't pressing as a unit. I don't know if you saw that the other night, but especially, I think it was after the hydration break, the first one, you'd have maybe Gordon press, but then behind him, no one else. Or like Kane would press and then there'd be no one else behind him pressing. That was happening all the time. If you press, you've got to press as a whole. So I think that needs to be tidied up. And I kind of agree with what Tuchel said. The quality wasn't there the other night. We've seen England really, I would say in the whole tournament, you've seen 3 halves where England's actually played somewhere near the potential. So I would say that was the second half against Croatia, and I would say the whole game against Mexico we played really well. Other than that, we've been very similar to Argentina. We haven't really turned up. Listen, last night's game, France versus Spain, that was the best of the best. Tonight, it's the best of the rest, and that's England versus Argentina. And once you get to that final, anything can happen. We've just got to get to that final, and then it's on the day who turns up. And Spain showed that last night. You know, all through the tournament, I think everyone's probably thought France were the best team. I don't think anyone really took the eye off Spain, but France just looked like they could score goals and they were quite strong at the back as well. But Spain played outstanding. The passing move, the triangles. Danny Olmo, I thought was amazing. How easy they made it look to come out from the defence, where England at times has made it difficult and given the ball away. You know, just on the edge of our own 18-yard box sometimes. Spain just passed it out, passed and moved, and they just weren't getting tracked. Or they were too fast. I think they were just too fast for France, if I'm honest with you. And they were better players. I thought France went too attacking against Spain as well. I think they had at the beginning Bacoli, Mbappe, Elise, and Dembele. They started with them 4. That's quite attacking. That's quite attacking there, I think. I think it was too attacking. And again, I think Spain really, they won it through playing football, possession, killing you with possession. It'll be interesting if we get to the final, but again, that is something to discuss hopefully after tonight. We've got history with Argentina, we all know the crack. We've got the hand of God. We've got the Beckham sending off, and then redemption when we played them in the next match and Beckham scoring the winner. But listen, tonight I've got a prediction for you. It's England versus Argentina. And my prediction this evening, I'm going to be bold. I thought we might keep a clean sheet, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go 4-1. I've learned that it's more fun to say the other team's going to score, because if you say it's going to be a clean sheet and you score first, well, that's kind of your prediction over. So listen, I'm going to go 4-1. I wouldn't be surprised 4-0. I know I'm saying it's going to be a big score here, but I think we are that much better than them. I'm a Liverpool fan. I watched McAllister last year. I didn't think he had a great season. And for me, he's playing really well in that Argentinian team, which to me says where they are. And I think England will beat them in nearly every department. Obviously, bar the department, which is Lionel Messi. But if we beat them in every other area, and then Messi either turns up or he doesn't, that could be the deciding factor whether they go through or not. But I'm going to edge my bets. Like I said, there's 11 battles on that field. I think we win at least 9 of them, if not 10. That's how confident I am. But listen, I'm just the mole in the goal. What do I know? I hope you have a great evening, whatever you're doing. Obviously, I say this all the time. Please, please, please have a safe one. Chill out, don't get stressed, and I'll leave you with a bit more of this bad boy. Thanks for watching. What episode is it? Episode 9. Episode 9? Who thought we'd be at episode 9 now? I didn't. I thought it'd be a couple of weeks of fun, a little bit of crack. I'm running out of ideas for sponsors, so I've had to use my own. Anyway, have a good night, whatever you're doing. Thanks for watching, and hopefully tomorrow You're going to the final on Sunday. Get up there.